Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. Man, I hate talking about this, but I have to address it because I'm getting a bunch of comments everywhere. Hey, Prophet, what do you think about, what's going on with all the immigration? All right, here we go. Hold on to your cowboy hat, drink some coffee, a little bit of coffee, because I'm about to blast it, okay? I'm probably going to get some bad comments too, but comes with the territory, brother. I can't please everyone. Okay. Y'all guys know that I'm married to a Mexican nationalist, a Mexican woman. She's from Mexico. She was born in Mexico. That's where our ministry's at. So you know, without a shadow of a doubt, that I love the Mexican people. Come on now. But I'm gringo. I was born in Texas, gonna die in Texas. I'm gonna come back to die here. I know I'm in Mexico right now, but I'm gonna live in Texas. Eventually, I'll get back somehow. Okay, that's what I think about the whole thing. There are rules and regulations put in place for a reason. Okay, if I were to go to Mexico and there was a law in Mexico, which I am in Mexico, that I have to have legal documentation to be there, or if not, they're going to deport me. Well, guess what? The day they catch me, I'm going to get deported. I'm not going to get mad about it, not going to get upset about it. I had a good run. It's time to go back to Texas. Okay, no big deal, man. Uh, it's the rules. It's a law. What can I do about it, man? That's a law that's in place. You need to read Romans chapter 13. Romans chapter 13 will tell you clearly that all laws are put in place by God for us to obey. There's a fine line there too that, if somebody's wants to do you bodily harm, and then probably you want to not obey that law, but that's another discussion for another day. All right. What do I do if I were in Mexico and that law was in Mexico? I would repent for being there illegally. Number one, I would ask God to forgive me, and I would ask God to give me grace. Because I'm a gringo, I'm not from Mexico, and I'm living there illegally. So I would ask God to forgive me because I'm breaking the law. That's the first thing I would humble myself. And I would do everything in my power to become legal in Mexico. By the way, I am legal in Mexico. I'm a Mexican citizen now through my wife. She's got my papers there. So are all my kids and everybody. But say I was in Mexico illegally. I would have to obey the law there. I wouldn't have a choice, man. Come on, it's not my country. It's not my country. And say Mexico gave me benefits and was there for me and gave me free housing and gave me all of these extra things that I was down and out, just came to Mexico, didn't know anybody, didn't have a job, and they helped me out for a season. Then I got on my feet. I'm going to be grateful to Mexico. I'm going to be very, very grateful to Mexico. I'm going to be extremely grateful to Mexico. I'm not going to talk bad about Mexico. Not going to do anything. Now, listen to me. The wrong attitude to have is for this gringo, this gringo Henry G, to be in Mexico and be upset with the laws that are in place that I broke because I'm in Mexico illegally. And now I'm upset and I want to get a protest going in the capital of Mexico, and I'm going to bust out the American flag and I'm going to trample all over the Mexican flag, and I'm going to say, hey, I'm here. You shouldn't deport me. Well, first of all, let me tell you this. Mexico does not put up with stuff like that. You will find yourself probably in a body bag if you were to bust out an American flag. I don't even have an American flag on my ranch over there. I'm afraid to do that. Do you know who's in Mexico, guys? You do know who rules in Mexico, and you don't want to cross those people. And you busting out an American flag and being ungrateful and saying X, Y, and Z, talking bad about Claudia Sheinbaum, which is the president of Mexico, if you didn't know, if you live on the moon somewhere in some cave, man, I'm just asking for trouble. I'm being ungrateful and I'm asking for trouble. I'm there illegally. That's the way I see it here in the United States, man. That's just the way I see it. You might not agree with me. So if you are here and if you're here in America and you don't have documents, First of all, I pray with you, brother. I do, man, because I know most of you just want to come here and work, pay your bills, pay your taxes. And we need to keep people like you. We do, man. I think we need to somehow work that out where we get an amnesty and we keep people like that. Now, I'm probably going to upset the other folks on the other side now. But listen, man, I'm married to a lady from another country and she's an amazing woman and she's been nothing but a blessing to this country, to America. And I've been nothing but a blessing to Mexico. We got to find an in between there. You know where that is? That comes through prayer. And that comes by humbling ourselves. We don't need to belittle anyone for being here illegal. Those of you guys, I don't care what side you're on. We should be on the side of Christ. Do you know that if you're a Christian, now I'm speaking to the Christian folks, if you're a Christian, you do know that your final destination is not in Mexico, it's not in Venezuela, it's not on this earth, it's not in America. Your final destination, your final resting spot is in heaven with Jesus Christ. So we need to look at earth as establishing God's kingdom here on this earth. So what do? We walk around humble. We love one another. And what we do is we forgive and we ask God for forgiveness. I don't have a solution for all this chaos that's been going on. And we can't blame Donald Trump for this. He's just trying to clean up a mess. If somebody were to come to my house and that person invited another person, and then that person invited another, and before we know, I got 50 people living with me and limited resources. Come on, guys. We're not the solution for the world. Jesus is the solution for the world. And those countries that these folks are coming out of need to work out their own problems. Just like I'm in Mexico and I'm not a burden for Mexico. I pay my taxes in Mexico. I do everything I can to actually bless people in Mexico. I'm blessing people in Mexico. We give employment to people in Mexico. We help. We're a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. So I guess at the end of this rant, I'm just going to say this. No matter what side you're on, because I'm on both sides. I'm an American, and I believe we have the right, if you're here illegally, to deport people. I think we have that right. And I'm also a Mexican nationalist because I live in Mexico. I have papers in Mexico. And man, a lot of these people, guys, listen, Americans, listen to me. I'm knocking on your door now. Man, a lot of these folks, man, come here and they just want to work, man. Their children just want to learn English. A lot of them integrate so well. And there's a lot of jobs that they take that people in America don't want. Let's just be honest, man. A lot of people here are lazy. They don't want to work. And these people come here and they'll take those jobs. So, man, it's a touchy, slippery slope. My advice to you, this is my advice to you guys. I'm probably going to get some hate mail on here, but that's okay. I got thick skin. My advice to you is this. Why don't we just love one another and forgive one another? And if you're here illegally, I love you. God bless you. You know you're breaking the law, and eventually you're going to get caught and you're going to get deported. That's what's going to happen. I hope God gives you grace. And for those that want to hate on people that are here because they want a better life, we need to pray for them. We need to ask God to give them grace, man. Actually, to keep them around and not get caught. They're breaking the law. They're going to get caught. I don't know if we're praying the right prayer there or not. See, it's a confusing, slippery slope there. It really is. And it hurts me to see my brothers. I got brothers on both sides. I got brothers that their last name is Smith, and I got brothers that their last name is Martinez. And everybody's being affected by this. Guys, folks, listen. The enemy wants to kill, to steal, and to divide us. That's what the devil does. And that's all that's going on right now. So how can I conclude this? Because I really love you all. And I really want to do right by saying the right thing here. The law is the law, and we have to obey the law. I'm sorry, guys. It's the law. If I break the law in Mexico, I will get deported. If they catch me stealing in Mexico, I get a DWI in Mexico. If I cause mischief, I wouldn't do that because, man, I would probably not get deported. I might get, KILLED. Yeah, you don't mess around in Mexico, man. There's a different set of rules out there. So we need to follow the law and obey the law while you live here. It doesn't matter if you're an American citizen or not, or if you're a resident. That it's the law, guys. So we should ask for repentance and we should ask God for grace during this time. And people that do have their papers shouldn't hate on people that do not have their papers. That's the wrong attitude, especially if you're a Christian. Man, shame on you for doing that. Yeah, we need to love. We just need to love. That's my rant. That's my 2 cents. That I've said it, and that's the way I feel about it. I'm right on the fence line here, and I'm just gonna have to go with what's right and wrong. And what's right and wrong is this: that if you break the law, then there's consequences for that. And if there's a law that's passed that allows them to be here, my brothers and sisters that are from another country, because they are my brothers and sisters, and then more power. We need you. I think that America is running into a problem right now where we're going to have a population problem in the next 20 years. These 18 million people that are here, I think should stay here. We should get rid of the criminals. I absolutely agree with that 100%. If you're a troublemaker, you need to go, man. I mean, we don't need you here. We just don't. I'm not hating on anyone. I'm just saying if you make trouble, you're going to find it. And they're going to find you and they're going to deport you. But if you're here and you're obeying the law and you're loving on people, you're just minding your own business. But you just want to work. You're just working. You're just working, guys. Come on. Anytime you eat a burger somewhere or you go to a hotel and you see somebody cleaning or you look at your yard people that are out there, the majority of these folks are immigrants, man. And my heart goes out to them. They're just trying to make a living. So I love you no matter what side you're on. If you're on the legal side or on the illegal side, I pray that you just understand that our final destination is in heaven. And that's where we're all going to end up. And God will remember your attitude towards your brother and sister on the day of judgment. God bless you.